Los Angeles Lakers guard Russell Westbrook is exercising his option to play for $47.1 million next season. A person with direct knowledge of the decision said. Westbrook indicated that despite a disappointing 2021-22 season, he wanted another shot at competing with the Lakers alongside superstars LeBron James and Anthony Davis. "I mean, that's the plan," he told reporters before head coach Frank Vogel was fired. "But nothing is promised. You kinda gotta take one day at a time, each day. And like I've said all season long, you gotta play the cards you're dealt. Yes, we want to be able to see what that looks like, what that entails throughout an 82-game season." Before going straight to the content here.is, the brand new information on the channel is that 3 lucky winners will get a chance to win PS5. Only you have to just comment your views on this trade in the comments section below. Let's start today's topic. It certainly was not a surprise, considering Westbrook would not have commanded anywhere near $47.1 million for this coming season had he chosen to become a free agent. He'll turn 34 next season, his 15th in the NBA. Westbrook had until Sunday to make up his mind on the option, which will make this the 5th and final season of a $207 million contract. He signed with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Westbrook's decision to opt in shouldn't come as a surprise. Because of his massive contract and struggles, last season his possible destinations are in a sign-and-trade. The scenario was limited or non-existent if he wanted out of Los Angeles. He'll have the 2022-23 season under new coach Darvin Ham to prove to the basketball world that he's still one of the premier players in the NBA and is deserving of another big contract when he hits free agency next off-season. The 9-time All-Star has been well-traveled since. He was traded to Houston in 2019, traded to Washington in 2020, and was moved to the Lakers in 2021. That created what was supposed to be a great trio, Westbrook alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It didn't work out anywhere near as planned. The Lakers were dogged by injuries all season, missed the playoffs, fired coach Frank Vogel after the season. Westbrook has taken much of the blame for what happened. With their big 3 under contract for next season, the Lakers could have another chance to see if this team can be a contender as constructed. Los Angeles could also still move Westbrook, either in a trade or a buyout, going into 2022-23 with a fresh start after a poor season. The 9-time All-Star came to the Lakers last off-season in a trade that sent Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Montrezl Harrell to the Washington Wizards. He made 78 starts in his first year with the team, averaging 18.5 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 7.1 assists per game. Westbrook's efficiency was still a problem. He finished with just 1.7 win shares and a 0.2 value over replacement players, per Basketball Reference, each the worst of his 14-year NBA career. Only 4 other players, 2-time reigning NBA MVP Nikola Jokic of Denver, James Harden of Philadelphia, Luka Doncic of Dallas, and DeJounte Murray of San Antonio, finished the season with higher averages than Westbrook had in those 3 stat categories. But his scoring average was his lowest since 2009-10. And his 3-point percentage, 29.8%, ranked 251st out of 278 NBA players who attempted at least 100 shots from beyond the arc this season. Despite Irving's all-star resume and history of winning the 2016 NBA title with James in Cleveland, he has elicited question marks in recent seasons. And Irving gave a wish list of teams he would consider for an opt-in trade. The only team that seemed feasible was the Lakers. But with Westbrook potentially staying on and the Lakers having to splash that cash, that choice became increasingly less probably. His good friend and 2-time NBA champion Kevin Durant stood by Irving and questioned him why the front office didn't have their franchise point guards back throughout the season. While the big 3 of KD, Kyrie, and James Harden fell short the last 2 postseasons. The Nets have a new-look big three with Durant, Irving, and Ben Simmons, who came to Brooklyn at the end of last year. The Nets have brought in some of the league's best talent with the hopes of winning the first title in franchise history. If they can keep the team together, they will be one of the favorites in the East. The former Kentucky Wildcat standout has reportedly agreed to a buyout with the Houston Rockets and is likely on his way to LA to join the Clippers. He has made a habit of playing minimal games and earning maximum dollars. Over the last 3 seasons, he has played 40 games and made over $110 million, which is equivalent to $3.09 million per game. Bradley Beal is the other high-profile free agent that is yet to make a move on his player option. He was the league's second leading scorer 2 seasons ago, but his numbers took a dip in 2021-22. He can stay in Washington and make the $36.4 million he is owed, or look for a long-term deal either in the capital or elsewhere. If Beal is looking to get on a title contender for the first time in his career, he may have to take a pay cut. How much will a player's availability history and leadership style influence Pelinka's? The thought process with any trades or free agent signings? I think those are core characteristics that we look for, Pelinka said. He then gushed about the Lakers' newly acquired players on draft night. The Lakers selected Michigan State freshman wing Max Christie at number 35, after acquiring that pick from the Orlando Magic for a 2028 second-round pick and cash. The Lakers intend to soon sign Vanderbilt junior guard Scottie Pippen Jr. and Syracuse senior forward Cole Swider to 2-way contracts. It remains to be seen how much any of those prospects will receive playing time next season. The Lakers also have decisions to make on the team options they hold on Austin Reeves, Wenyen Gabriel, and Stanley Johnson. Pelinka said the Lakers feel positive about all 3 of those guys, with both their play last season and their off-season work to date. He added the team's recent draft picks reflect the franchise's ambitions to add young players that offer positional versatility and hustle. Qualities Pelinka said he will strongly value when free agency begins on June 30th. That will get after it defensively, Pelinka said. Darvin will prioritize guys that play hard and compete on every play and compete in the gaps. Those are the type of guys we'll identify in free agency as well. Having shooting around our 3 stars will be important to create space. Despite Irving's all-star resume and history of winning the 2016 NBA title with James in Cleveland, he has elicited question marks in recent seasons. While the 33-year-old gets his guaranteed money for 2022-23, his NBA future remains a question mark. So what do you think of this trade? Do let us know in the comments section below and get a chance to win a brand new PS5. If you enjoyed watching the video, do like and share, and yes, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you so much.